Tony, June, can you move the traffic cones from the front of the station round to the rear car park?
What?
Well, detail's the thing today. Leave nothing to chance.
Sarge. Tony, June. Excuse me, Sarge. A domestic disturbance in Murdoch Way.
Oh, you better go.
Area car drivers up in traffic cones. It's rubbish. What are probationers for?
Oi, Tony. Steve and I are taking the girls to this new place over the river tonight. You and Julie want to come?
No, I can't.
Well, it shouldn't be too pricey.
I said no.
Ah, Ellison. How are things this morning?
Fine, sir.
In fine fettle. Ready for our visitors?
Was hoping to avoid them, actually, sir.
Yes, quite right. Well, fully operational, Stephen. Fully operational.
Terrible shouting and screaming from the kiddies. He's there on his own with them.
I can't hear anything.
Well, no, not this minute.
Oh, this is...
Just hang on to him.
No. Look, madam, we can't go barging in there if there's nothing happening. Mr. Ledbury, you said?
Yes.
Right, we're going to see him.
Do you want me
No,
to...
madam. You leave it to us. Number 22, is it?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Look, thank you very much for calling us.
Firearms, dogs, property bags, and the state of the cells. They're the main things. The inspector can pick on anything they choose or anyone and stay with it till they decide to let go. They can demand to see every custody record from the past 7 months and get an explanation on each individual entry. Excuse me.
All right, stick him in cell 2, will you? Alec. John.
2 willing helpers for you. Inspector Munro's got a bit of a thing about the state of the custody area.
Right, John.
No blood or feces anywhere in the cells.
Oh, dear, I should hope not.
Tony! You're right.
Yes, thanks.
For God's sake, shut up, Toby. Jessica, look. Leave Jessica alone. Yes?
Mr. Ledbury, isn't it? Could we come in, please, sir?
What for? Look, go along to your room now. Jessica, take Toby along. Toby,
Look, we won't keep you a minute, sir.
go along now. What's it about?
Could we come in, please, sir? PC's Ackland and stamp, Scannell.
We've had a complaint about the noise, Mr. Ledbury.
That stupid old cow down below, I suppose.
Well, we need to check that you and the children are okay.
What do you mean by that? Child abuse, is it? A father ticks off his kids and it's Cleveland or Rochdale, eh?
Have a seat, will you, sir? Just want a bit of a chat.
I must say, you've got a nerve. And so has she downstairs, interfering old cow.
Mr. Ledbury, do you mind if I go up and see the children?
What are you looking for? Bruises? Or worse? Yes. All right. Go ahead.
Thank you.
They are your children, sir?
Yes.
And their mother. Does she live here?
Of course she lives here. Oh, I see. You're used to dealing with one-parent families. She's at work. Ansell's engineering. Yes, officer. It's your reversal of roles. I've been made redundant. She's working full-time and it's half-term.
We have to follow up all complaints, sir. Especially where the safety of children is concerned.
Look, they're perfectly safe. That old bat expects kids to be like mice. Look, kids cry. They do. And I'm...
What?
I haven't got much patience. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, the children seem fine to me.
Of course they're fine.
Right. If I could just suggest, sir, try and keep the children a bit quieter.
You got any kids of your own, officer?
No, sir, I'm not married.
Then what the hell do you know about it?
Thank you, sir.
Now see what you've done.
This isn't policing, it's bleeding social work.
Yeah, but it helps us to keep an eye on things.
If I had kids, I'd do a better job than that.
You wouldn't like the redundancy, though, would you?
Yeah. I'm going to go and speak to Mrs. Harris.
Yes, come in.
Last will and testament, sir.
I'm bringing the crime meeting forward half an hour.
Oh, right.
Only DCI Reed's got to go to court.
Give us a bit of extra time to sort out any disasters before 1100.
Are you expecting anything?
Well, apparently the civilian accountant is red hot. I once had an inspection where my chief inspector ops was accused of embezzling £4,500. He hadn't, but it took a great deal of time and paperwork to sort it out. I've been very wary of optimism ever since.
Tony! Yeah, understood, Sue. Burglary reported. The Star Pub, Manson Street. Mrs. Harris all right, was she?
She should mind her own business.
What's eating you today?
My own problem. I'll sort it.
It's not your problem when you have to deal with members of the public.
What the hell are you to tell me?
I was only trying to help, that's all. Is it Julie? Tony?
Look, you're not exactly the expert when it comes to long-term relationships, are you? So nose out.
All right, stewing it then.
Hollis!
Sir?
Dog kennels, check them, will you?
Sarge.
What a mess. Couple of kegs missing from there. Spirits from here. Any idea how much? Well, several £100, maybe more. Insured? Oh, yeah.
This is where they got in, is it?
Yeah. Metal bar jemmy down.
Right, we'll be all right now, thanks.
Oh, yeah, I'll be in the bar. Ah. Want a drink? You what? Tea? Coffee?
Oh, no thanks.
We'll see.
It's disgraceful. He was abusing me, saying I was an interfering old woman. Your other chap knows all about it. Big burly man.
Do you mean one of our officers was at your house this morning? Or this abusive man is burly?
Two of your officers, one big chap and a blonde woman officer, came to my house this morning. His name was Post or something.
Post. There's no officer of that name here, Mrs. Harris.
Stamp. That's it.
Right. PC Stamp. I'll see if he's here.
Abusing me like there was no tomorrow. No respect at all.
Are you saying one of our officers abused you verbally, madam?
What? No. No. What's the matter with everybody today? Mr. Ledbury, in from upstairs in number 22. The man abused me, called me an interfering old cow, and I don't know what else. Now, I want your big officer to do something about it. He knows the story.
He's not here at the moment. If you tell me about it, I'll
Oh,
sort it.
no, don't bother. I'll come back.
VAT, tax avoidance, food sales. Only one manager in Popular is ripping off 500 notes a week. Take a list up for us. No. Why not? Been away, my son's been managing. Well, where's he? He's on his way. I'll get him to make up a list. Yeah, do that. Name? Wilf. Is he always this polite? Mr. Wilf O'Hara.
That's me.
PC Stat, Scannell. Investigating your burglary. We'll be back in a while. Don't touch anything downstairs.
Right, PC Stamp.
Flash git. It's got to be an insurance job.
Any proof of that?
Just smells wrong. And I don't like that landlord.
I don't think you like anyone today. Are you going to tell me?
Julie said no. I finally got the courage to ask her and she said no. She didn't want to be a copper's wife. And a story.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tony. Why?
Why? Because everywhere you look, coppers' marriages are a disaster. And look at Burnside. Look at Ted Roach. Family life to them means a monthly phone call out of the little black book. Even Bob Cryer's not your ideal husband.
Well, some of them work okay.
Tell her that. It's not me she doesn't want, it's the job. It frightens her.
Would it help if I had a word with her?
It's too late. Do you know what really made up her mind for her? Talking to other coppers' wives. I suggested she go along to a wives group and they helped talk her out of it. Oh, hell. just try and solve this burglary here.
I'll shadow the command. You stick with the chief superintendent if you can.
I look forward to that.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to Sunhill.
Charles.
This is Derek Conway.
Morning, sir. Morning. Do you know Chief Superintendent Moulton, Chief Inspector LaSalle, and Mr. Patterson?
Yes, we met last year at Bramshill, I think.
Yes.
Morning, sir.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Well, sir, where would you like to start?
Mr. Patterson wants to take a look at the CID overtime records. I'll start with the custody suite, I think.
I'll get the geography of the place myself.
This way, sir.
CID this way, Mr. Patterson. How's your woman PCI fitting in, Charles?
Kim Reed. First class, sir. We may well have a rising star, eh?
Resentment from your DI? Burnside, isn't it?
Oh, I think he's come to terms with it very well, considering.
Considering?
Well, considering he's of the old school.
School's out, Charles.
Do you know the son, Wilf?
Wilf O'Hara. Yeah, name rings a bell. But not in Sunhill. I'll phone a couple of the other LIOs and I'll get back to you.
Thanks, Ron.
You look a bit peaky, Tony. Out on the tiles, was it?
Yeah. Ow! Mind yourself.
Are you always this clumsy?
Excuse me, sir.
Hold up! Where are your manners, lad?
Look, I don't know who you are, sir, but I've got work to do.
I'm a visitor. I should be treated with a bit of civil courtesy.
Yes, sir. Can I direct you anywhere?
Crime support. Please.
Through the door, turn right, end of the corridor, up the stairs.
Thank you. PC 595. Who's your PC 595?
Stamp, Tony Stamp. Good copper.
Oh, aye. Not my impression. Needs to learn a few manners, I'm afraid. I think a few words need to be said.
Mr. O'Hara, that list for us?
Yeah, just a minute. Wilf?
Yo. Morning.
Right, I'll make it 3 kegs, 2 of stout, 1 of bitter, 2 dozen litre and a half bottles of whiskey, half a dozen gin, 2 crates of light ale, plus a damage.
Not a bad night's work. Value?
Well, to answer them.
How do you mean?
Well, that lot will cost us about £700, but market value's twice as much as that.
Well, they couldn't sell it openly, though, could they?
That's a good point, darling. All right, let's call it £700 for insurance purposes, plus the damage.
Kegs are all numbered, aren't they?
Eh?
The kegs are all numbered. On the drayman's receipt and on the invoices, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, do you think you could give us the numbers of the stolen kegs?
Yeah, probably. Just go and get the invoices.
Yeah. This woman's come back again, insisting on seeing Tony Stamp.
Well, I want him too. Radio him to come in.
Sir, what shall I tell this Mrs. Harris?
Tell her she can wait a turn. He's mine first.
Obviously, as soon as we hear anything, we'll be in touch, sir, OK?
Who's this?
That's Paul Mason. Runs the Royal Sovereign up the hill.
What are these?
Oh, just returning 2 empties Wilf left. Often lend and borrow when we run out. Thanks, Wilf. Right, I'll get back.
Yeah, right. See you, Paul.
Cheers.
I'd just like to make a note of those barrel numbers for me.
The stolen ones are full, I can assure you, darling.
Sure they are. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sergeant Peters, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling after your knife injury?
Oh, 100%. Thank you, sir.
Good. Splendid. Right, let's have a look at the custody records for December last, shall we?
Certainly, sir. This way.
What do you want those barrel numbers for?
I don't know, just interested.
700's a nice little earner for the night. What do you reckon to O'Hara Jr.?
Oh, I don't trust him. All that golden boy laughing stuff. And he did have the pub to himself, remember?
Sierra 1, are you receiving over?
Yeah, go ahead, Sue.
Inspector Munro wants to see Tony ASAP.
Oh, yeah?
Been a bad boy, Tony.
No, he's admitting nothing. Yes, understood. Thanks, Sue.
You reckon the son was at it while Dad was away?
Yeah.
Of course.
What's that?
We'll go to the Raw Sovereign.
What, that Bloke Mason's pub?
Yeah, before he can ditch anything. Borrowing kegs of beer. What if he's buying them cheap? Mr. Mason, we meet again.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder, can we have a little look round, sir?
What for?
Are you refusing, sir?
Did I say that?
Can we have a look at your kegs of bitter, sir?
Sure.
It's all right, Tone. I've got it. How do you explain this, Mr. Mason? The number on this barrel is the same as the number on one of the ones stolen from the Star last night.
No way. This is one that Mr. O'Hara lent me.
Do you buy any beer at all, Mr. Mason? You seem to borrow a lot.
Oh, sometimes easier to borrow, if you're in a hurry.
How does the idea of receiving stolen property appeal to you, Mr. Mason?
Look, there's some mistake in the keg numbers he gave you, that's all. This is a borrowed keg.
So why were you moving it when we arrived?
Well, why not? That doesn't prove it's stolen.
We'll give you a receipt for this barrel, Mr. Mason, and we'll be back.
Right, sir, I'll have a look for him.
Main duty state, overtime records, uniformed officers, the last 30 days.
Let's see what surprises await us here.
Yeah, well, if you bet, you can sell a 60 quid keg of stout, say for, I don't know, £40 cash. Everyone benefits.
Yeah, but a stock take was showing up.
Yeah, well, you do a flit or you arrange a robbery. So what you're saying is that Boys has done a bit of mischief and he's done a burglary to cover his tracks, yeah?
Possible.
You can certainly milk a fortune out of a pub in between stock takes. If you're not the landlord.
Tony, Monroe wants to see you now.
Cheers, Tosh.
Any time, Tone.
I know you're not famous for your tact, Stamp, but to abuse a chief superintendent from the Force Inspectorate seems an ideal recipe for a life in traffic.
I haven't seen a chief superintendent today, sir.
He was in Civvies, Stamp. He was touring the building for the Inspectorate.
Sir, this is...
What's wrong with you today? No one, civilian or otherwise, should be treated like that. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, it's just that...
What?
Nothing.
Get on with your duties.
I want to see this officer now. I need your room. Son, tell Chief Inspector LaSalle I want him to join us there.
Is there a problem, sir?
A prima facie case for an abuse of the overtime regulations.
Well, surely not, sir.
Let's see your PC locked, shall we?
Is Chief Inspector LaSalle there, please? Yes, as soon as possible.
What are you saying? Well, it would help us, Mr. O'Hara, if we could have a look at your son's home and garage. Just to eliminate him from our inquiries.
Wilf?
You got a warrant? No, we haven't yet, no. But we could easily get one. Just to save us time.
Didn't know.
What do you mean, no?
An invasion of my privacy.
What the hell have you been up to?
Nothing, Dad.
You won't mind showing these officers your lockup. Well, well, well. I think we'll check the barrel numbers, eh? Nice one, Tone.
Yeah.
Junie, can't I even get away for 3 weeks already without you?
Good sake, Dad, shut up.
I'm the licensee. I'm the one who loosed the pub.
Shut it.
Bloody betrayal, I call it.
3 times in the last month you've attracted overtime payments from court appearances.
Yes, sir.
On each occasion there's previously been an alteration to your working roster so that you were off duty on the day your court appearance came up. Are you aware that if you are called for court on a day off and have less than 8 days' notice, it attracts a payment of time and a half plus a day off in lieu?
I am aware of that, sir.
Are you also aware that if you've deliberately manipulated your roster in order to achieve this, then the offence is fraud?
There has been no deliberate manipulation, sir. I didn't know the court appearances were coming up.
Listen to me, PC Loxton. This smells to me. It smells very unpleasant. Once is believable. 3 times looks like a pattern. The crime support group will be able to tell me at what point you were informed of each of those appearances. If the dates do not support your denials, then charges will be brought.
I assure you everything's in order, sir.
This is a warning, son. Don't even think of trying to manipulate the system. It's an old CID trick, and we're on to it.
I've done nothing wrong, sir.
Go. The manager who allows me even to suspect that this kind of abuse is going on is not managing properly, Mr. Conway.
Tony was going at it a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's got trouble at home, I think.
Tell me all about it.
He's withdrawn all cooperation. He wants to see Mum Rowdy's solicitor.
O'Hara Senior?
Yeah.
Can he do that?
Without him in court, it won't run.
So, Mr. O'Hara, you are now claiming that the alcohol in your son's lockup was there with your permission, that the losses you reported were a stock-taking error, that beer barrels at the Royal Sovereign were on loan, and that you do not wish to proceed in court or pursue any insurance claim.
That's right.
In that case, we have no choice but to release your son. There'll be no further action.
Thank you.
Hang on a sec, mate, will you? Cheers.
A stamp. Well done today on this. It's not your fault we can't proceed, but if he's prepared to pay off the brewery, then there's no victim.
What about the insurance company?
That may have been the intention, but it wasn't actually done. No fraud has been made on the insurance company.
Okay?
Hang on a sec. Nice result. Come on, Dad. Nice one.
You were stealing from me. No way, Dad. It was the insurance company. I'm sorry to have messed you about. It's the pub scene. Prosecution, I lose my licence, certain.
Listen, Mr. O'Hara. A phone call from me to the brewery, or customs and excise or inland revenue, and we can still stop you trading. Don't let him anywhere near your pub. Tosh.
Cheers. Come on, this way, Mr. O'Hara.
Oh, he's a first-class officer, I assure you. One of the best.
That's what I like to hear, loyalty to your men.
No, I mean it.
Of course you do, Charles.
Never mind all that. Let's just enjoy our drinks. All work and no play. Cheers. Derek, isn't it?
Cheers.
Tony, there is a bird in the front office. She's been waiting ages for you.
Oh, at last. You'll be able to sort this out.